Hey you guys, it's Dani. Today we are looking at two decks created with the art of JJ Grandvilles, which I absolutely adore. Very anthropomorphic, also like bugs and creatures of all kinds, so it's really, really fun art. So I have both the Fantastic Menagerie by Baba Studios and the Metamorphoses du Jour, that almost didn't come out, Le Metamorphoses du Jour by Tarako Studios. So these were both done with JJ Grandvilles art. And I've never really taken a look at them side by side and really like analyzed it, I guess, if you will, or like seen which one I prefer. I don't know if this is really going to be like a like Lisa's like this or that. Do I need both? It may turn out to be. I've had Le Metamorphosis for quite a while. You can see how beat up my poor tuck box is. But I haven't used the Fantastic Menagerie yet. This is a gift to me. So I haven't used this one yet. So I'm really curious to see these two like side by side, the feel, the look. I want to know the differences. I want to see what they both have to offer because I know that they use different artwork in different ways. So I want to see if there's any like similarities, differences, and kind of how that works together. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at them side by side and kind of talk about that. So I don't know how long this is going to be. So maybe get a drink or a snack or something. Okay, so let's dive in. So this is the Baba Studios. This is from, this is a 2020. Look at that shine and sheen. These are the ones with the foils, as you can see. I think this is 2020. Let me see. Yes, I said it right there at the bottom, 2020. This is from 2019, the Metamorphoses du Jour. I made sure to put this in order because I used it just the other day. Come on out. Come on out. Okay, I'll put that back where that goes. Let me take these, put them out of our way. Mela. Okay. Sorry, that's that Cajun coming out. All right. Let's make sure we can see. We can probably come down some. There's a little bit of a glare. Let's see if we can come down. That looks better. All right. Cool. Okay. Well, you can see that. Well, I guess you can't. It's kind of hard to tell. But the Metamorphosis is much thicker than the Baba Studios. It's like a pretty big difference for each of these. Okay. So, we start out with the Fool. I do like how this one has our little pal here on the side. This guy seems a little more sophisticated than this one. So when I think of a Fool, I would probably think more of this image than this one, even though it does kind of check the boxes as well. The Magician. For this, I think I like this one better. It's the Inspire that I'm like, meh. When we have like 3 snakes up here. I feel like you can read a lot into what's going on in the background here, though. I will give it to Baba Studios. Now, I know for a fact this is a lot, like, I'm going to say it's a lot cleaner. I don't know much about this one, but, like, I know the background is pretty clean on this one. There's not a whole lot to the backgrounds. So, just from this one alone, there appears to be, like, a lot going on in the backgrounds that kind of would probably give you more an intuitive hit, but I prefer this Magician. High Priestess. Ooh, I like both of these. I like both of these, I think. Although I can never quite figure out what she is. I think she's a bug. Maybe? I think. Because there's these like two lumps, but she's turned around. So you can't really tell. IDK. Okay, let's talk about the Empress. These two are very similar. Like, almost identical, in my opinion. I mean, in their shape, they're both birds. We've got these, like, all this plumage on the back. Now, this one just seems kind of in nature, whereas this one has chicks all around her. So, like, two different ways to take the Empress. So that's already, like, some different vibes. This is very similar as well. Still the lion. This guy looks like he's making tough decisions. This one looks like he's making rough decisions. So again, we're still at two totally different feels. The Hierophant. I like bugs. Like, I don't like bugs, but I like images of bugs. So I'm kind of, like, drawn to this one. And I like the fact that they're all in, like, religious garb, because it feels more like a Hierophant. Whereas the Hierophant on Le Metamorphoses, I could also see him as an emperor. I mean, aren't they emperor penguins, right? But, like, he's got this, like, sash and hat, like, I don't know. He could be both, but I'm kind of favoring this one. The Lovers. Kind of digging both of these. The Chariot, we have the same scene. We have the same exact scene for the Chariot, so 10 out of 10 would recommend, I guess. It is a great chariot. I do love that. This little race here. Strength. I'm kind of leaning towards this one because it feels like this wasp has kind of overcome the lion. But there is force being used, whereas these mice seem to have lulled this cat to sleep. Again, we're looking at like two sides of the coin, is what it feels like some of these are doing. The Hermits. I feel like this seems more hermity to me than this one. I feel like it's not as dark. Like, seeing it in comparison, it's like maybe it doesn't feel as much as knight. It's more like a scholar versus a hermit. But I mean, you know, that's just here and there, I guess. Wheel of Fortune. Well, I mean, I like the playing cards, fortune being told. I mean, yeah, I like that. But I love this kind of Fortuna vibe she's got going over here. I kind of dig both of these. I think it's funny that they're both owls in this one as well. Justice. Oh my gosh, this poor little froggy. Again, these are two great scenes. I think they both fit. I don't really like one over the other. The Hanged Man. I would definitely say this one, in the vibe of the Hangman, I like better. Only because he's like eating the mice. Like, he's caught, but it's broke. And like, I'm pretty sure he didn't like suspend himself to like chill. You know what I mean? But this is it's a fun scene. But if I had to choose one, I would probably choose this one. I feel like I am choosing a lot more on these. Although I do like the colors and the way that these are set, I think, a little bit more, because I love this death. I love this one. Whereas like this one, not as much. Like I do like the idea of him coming in and like getting him some frogs. But I think I like this death better. I love the overall look of it. It looks like a vintage picture. I guess, if you will. Like I could see like roughed up edges and just like that whole, like the coloration of it is giving it to me. But this death doesn't feel like death to me. It doesn't quite look like death. Like, even though there's like, you know, the little beetle down here and like everything is gone, it just still doesn't feel like death, I guess. So Temperance. I guess this one, I mean, traditionally feels more like Temperance. But I do like our little Madame Minou. Just kind of, you know, laid out and taking a rest. Both of the cats here. I love this devil though. Oh my gosh, I love this devil. This cat is giving me life. I freaking love it so much. This one, oh, this is the Lover's card. He's just got wings. How funny. I was like, wait a second, I know that goat. I was like, she looks so familiar. And then the deer out there, the buck in the background, I was like, wait, definitely we know this. But more sinister. So that's really funny. I don't know, but this cat, man, look at that face. Look at that face. The tower. Oof. This is a rough one. Like, this is really a tower moment. Like, you have been caught, sir. Very scary. This one, I mean, we have the tower. We have some lightning up in the background. I mean, he does have the... I don't even know what she is. Is she like a sheep? Or a calf? Like a little cow? I can't tell what she is. What she's supposed to be. I mean, still, she in trouble. You in trouble, girl. But... I don't know. I guess they're like both great in their own right. You can really feel the danger here. The star. These are both really pretty. Again, this one feels like it's during the day. Or like not as dark, even though we have our star up in the corner. Whereas this one gives those night vibes in the same way that the... Even though it is bright, it just has those... It has those vibes, you know what I mean? The moon. Gosh, I kind of like both of these. And they're both very similar. Like, even in structure, we have these rounded, arched doorways or walkways in the same kind of settings. We both have vines and things like that. I don't know, I like both of these. The sun. This I feel the same way, but I do like the rooster crowing. It's really cute. Judgment. We have a phoenix. And then our little court being held here, I guess, kind of watching all these dragonflies. But this is more about rebirth. So I think if I were to have to choose on Judgment, I would probably choose the Phoenix, because it's about a rebirth, a restarting. So I would probably pick that one, just because I like to think of Judgment as a rebirth. The World, hands down, I love her. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. But this one is rather interesting as well, because it feels like the realization of like being men. And this was reflected in some of the pictures as well, in the backgrounds on the walls here. There's sometimes where, okay, like right here, you see the two goats, right? They're mirrored, but other time there are people there dressed in the same thing to where it looks like this is them. So like that completion, the full circle, where you realize kind of who you are on the inside, which is kind of a cool concept when it comes to the world. So I like both of these. Ace of Swords. We both got some good energy there. Two of Swords. I like, this is one of my favorite images. I think it's so funny. I absolutely love it. So I kind of favor this. It just kind of makes me giggle. It makes me laugh. Whereas this one is a little more serious. These will go a little bit quicker, I guess. Three of Swords. I can see both of these. This one especially, you know, in the background here. The Four of Swords. I feel like this is more of the rest that I want to see. Five. I like both of these. Oh, but look at what's going on in the background here. Oop, can you see that? Check that out. I like that. Six of Swords, by far. I love this so much. Seven. We do have the same concept. We do have the fox and the hen. So I really think they both get it right there. The Eight of Swords. I think I like this one better here for the... Oh, did I mess up? Where's my 8? Oh. My bad. My bad. Okay, the Eight of Swords. I think I still like this one a little better, because she doesn't feel very trapped to me. Whereas he still does. At least a little. Even though his mind is free. You know? Nine of Swords. Oh shit, that's scary too. Oop. We have this hawk coming after this chick, and then we also have this wolf with this lamb here. I don't know, I still kind of think this one is... It's kind of that storybook. This one is a little... I think that's what it is. This one feels a little more storybook. This one feels a little more serious, maybe? I think it's because they kept this etching vibe, this etched look. Whereas this one, it goes away slightly because of the way that it was kind of put together. It was kind of, it's toned down a bit. There's more gray versus more black here. Ten of Swords. I like both of these, honestly. We both have some betrayals going on. This guy is being caught, but this guy isn't. The sly crocodile. maybe this, because a lot of times the Ten of Swords doesn't feel like there was justice afterwards. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Page of Swords. He does look a little younger. Our Knight of Swords. We both have some bugs here. I like his pants. The Queen. I like the Wasp. For sure. For the Queen of Swords. I really do. And the King. Oh, I like him better. Okay, so the Wands. So we have babies, it seems like, for the aces here, which I get it. But I do like this guy so much. Still got that squawking, right? 2. These both look pretty good to me. I favor that one though. 3. Both great. I really like this though. Especially with the little snail at the bottom. 4. Again, these are both great. 5. There's a lot of brawls going on in the background. I kind of like this one a little better because we're in the forefront, but like you can really hear it. Like maybe that's just me. Like when I see this and I think 5 of Wands, like I immediately hear the, you know what I mean? It like gives you the whole thing. 6 of Wands. These are both really fun. I mean, I like the bugs, but this one is so fun too. 7. I kind of like both of these. Again, check out what's in the top here. I love these little pictures up there. Okay, we have our 8 of Wands. So this was... Whoa, where are you at? This was our 6 of Swords. This 8 of Wands. Honestly, I kind of prefer it as the 8 of Wands. Because I feel that movement forward, especially because we still have the birds going, the birds flying, him walking in that straight line, plus he's got a pal right here. You do feel that forward movement there, so I do like this, I think, a little better as the 8 of Wands. This one, what am I looking at? Sorry, there's a glare there, but like not here when I look at it. Oh, I can kind of do this. Okay. So at first glance, my Louisiana brain says, is this a parade? But it's not. I thought this was a float at first. Again, my culture is showing. But there are these columns here. So like there's music up top and there's dancing at the bottom. I mean, there is that momentum. I don't know. I prefer this one, I think. I'd have to read about that one a little more to kind of understand what I'm seeing. Then we have the 9 of Wands. I think both of these are pretty good. Matter of fact, here we go again. This was our 7 of Wands. Here. I think, well, I mean, I think it would be good for both, for either, in different ways. I think it kind of works. Maybe more so, though, for the 9, I think. Just from the way that the stance is, And like kind of that protective stance, that guarding. But I mean, the elephant though. I mean, come on. The Ten of Wands. These are both really great. Now this guy has help. This guy doesn't. I think I like this depiction better. But both really work here. And we have our pages. Okay. I love this for the Knight of Wands. I really do. But man, look at this guy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Queen of Wands. She just looks so powerful. She's got that gun on her hip. But I mean, we even have the little black cat here. I think I prefer her. The King. Gosh, I kind of like both of these. Although the Lion, he feels like a businessman. This one feels like a hunter. All right, Ace of Cups. We have our little chick. This is like that same outline from the High Priestess, I believe, huh? Yes. We have the same place here. We can even see the spindly legs here. So interesting. So interesting. Okay. Two of Cups. I really like the embrace here. But there's a lot of distraction. This is cute too. Three of Cups. I like this. Look at the toad. Look at it. Ah! Plus we have the little bugs down there. Whereas this one is just kind of music playing and dancing. It's not as jovial as I would like to see. Four of Cups. See, this was another one. Four of Swords. Yes. Four of Swords. I think it fits better as a Four of Cups. It seems less like rest and more like unrest, I guess. But the hat, the draping thing, like this whole image, I love this whole image. Just in like art-wise, I like this image. But I do feel like this one fits Four of Cups as well. So I think these both work quite well for it. Five of Cups. I think they both kind of work. We do have the spilled here. Whereas we don't see that kind of spilled aspect, but we do see like the facial expression. And like kind of having to walk away from it. The six. These are so funny. I like this one though. This seems a little like more innocent, I guess. A little childlike. Seven of Cups. I like this one, I think. Because of the way that this is all set up. That's kind of cool. The eight. I definitely like this one. It feels more like an Eight of Cups to me. I think because we're seeing the back, like walking away versus walking towards, even though he's walking away from something, you know? Nine. Well, I like seeing all the like bursting bottles. But this one, this piggy is just proud as a pumpkin here. I don't know, I think both of these work quite well. Recognizability, like, oh, that's the 9 of Cups, then of course that one would be it for sure. In the same way that this would be the most easily recognized 10 of Cups versus this one. Like, you see the connection, but you don't really see the family. But I guess it's kind of implied. They're like an older couple together holding hands. Maybe would have been better for the 10 of Coins in a way, kind of like the legacy of the home. But there is like an egg, but I guess that wouldn't count, right? Because that one looks like a Fabergé egg. Y'all remember those? I do love this though. The bees, I guess. I kind of pause there. I'm like, the bees? Because she has a body almost like a wasp, but they'll look like bees. Anywho. We have our Page of Cups. Okay. Our Knight. Oh, I love this Knight of Cups. I think it's all that plume of feathers. Queen of Cups. I love her. She looks kind of mean. Like, legit, she looks kind of mean. And I love me some Queen of Cups. I'd much rather walking around with a floofy hat like this than look all mean like this swan does. King of Cups. I think I like him better. Look at his little socks. Oh my gosh. This hawk seems a little rough. There we have our other little baby and our Ace of Coins. Both of these really remind me of Alice in Wonderland. At like the Duchess. Like this one has a baby lamb, but it reminds me of the Duchess, and then like the baby turns into a pig. And then I know these are the wrong animals, but wasn't it like a frog and a fish? That like we're like trying to hand these letters to each other, and they're like go into this riddle of sorts. Anyway, childhood memory. But that's kind of it. They both remind me of like Alice in Wonderland scenes here. That's our world, isn't it? They're both on a tightrope, these 2 of Coins. Which is very interesting. But is she our same world? She is. She sure is. That's her far and her near. Because it's the same flow of the dress. Same stripes, just different coloration. One's small, one's big, one's flip-flopped. So there we go. I think these both work really well, this kind of tightrope walking. I like the idea of this light being underneath. 3 of Coins. Again, I think these both work really, really well. They all seem to be kind of doing things together, which I love. Okay, 4 of Coins. I kind of prefer the turkey with like all his bags kind of put up right here. Although he seems like a little greedy Gus. That little rat up there. 5 of Coins. Well, I think both of these are really good. This poor chicken. Six of Coins. We have like 2 different aspects here. This one handing out and these kind of asking. I think traditionally I prefer this one because we see the act of giving here. This would have also been pretty good as the 5. But that was a good 5 too. 7. Gosh. I don't know. I really like the idea of growth in the 7. Like, and he's got all his he's got all his vegetables. This guy licking the meat. I don't know. I think I like this one. Okay. 8 of coins. Oh, I kind of like both of these, but I really do love the idea of this, like, mole digging. I think that's really cute. I like this one, I think. Okay, 9 of coins. Oh, see, this is the same one that was used for the 8 of swords. Our 8 of swords here. Definitely feels more like a 9 of coins versus an 8 of swords, I have to say. At least to me. I like how the hawk is here. Okay. Oh, there we go. I knew I had seen. I was like, I thought I had missed it. But here's a perfect example of, like, the bug and then the man. Very interesting. 10 of coins. I like to think of this as kind of like a legacy. I kind of prefer this one, I think. Okay. Our page of coins. Oh, I really love this for a page of coins. That, like, eagerness to learn is always what I look for in a page of coins. I kind of want to see that. Knight of coins. See, there's that turkey. That was for the 4 of, 4 of coins. Definitely prefer this guy as the 4 of coins, I think. But I can also see him kind of like at that standstill, that Knight of coins. Slow moving, I guess. Yeah, that would make sense too. But I do also like this guy. Our queen. Oh, I think I like this queen because she's like actually feeding people. And I always think of this queen as that. So I think that's really fun. Although she's super cute. Okay, and our last ones. Our king of coins. Honestly, he is usually what I think a king of coins should look like. But they both fit the bill here. They both fit the bill. So this was super interesting to take a look at both of these side by side. Honestly, they feel completely different. There's so much to say about each one of these. Honestly, cardstock wise, let's shuffle real quick. See, that shuffles really well. Now I know these are a bigger, thicker cardstock, but they shuffle so easily. So like even though this is a thicker deck, I feel like it shuffles just as easily. The cardstock itself, this one is like softer and creamier than this one, which kind of, I mean, Baba Studios, I've learned, their cardstock is not very thick. It doesn't feel all that luxurious in the hand. Like, it just feels like regular, normal cardstock, kind of thin. Nothing super spectacular, right? But I have to say, these do feel like two totally different decks. Even though it's the same artwork, they're totally different vibes. So like I don't think this would even compare as like one or the other, if I'm being honest. I think this is one that I can use both and have completely different readings with, because there's so many differences with just a handful of the same scenes, the same characters in different spaces. If I had to say overall, like thinking about these two, like overall, which one, if I had to choose, oh my goodness. If I had to choose, honestly, I might choose Les Metamorphoses du Jour because of the aesthetics. Because of the line work, the dark line work. Because of the clarity in the cards. I don't know. I just feel like they're very different. Like I said, they're very different feel. I don't think that you can, even though it's the same artist, I don't really think you can compare apples to apples here. But if I had to choose, I would probably choose this one. Simply because this one feels more like my aesthetic. Because of the deeper colored lines. I feel like the lines get a little lost in the coloration of it. Even though these are so cute and so beautiful. I love that hermit. But here's the thing. I'm not choosing right now. I don't have to choose right now. So yeah, so I'm curious to kind of play with these a little bit more and see if that changes, or like how they read differently or whatever. I might try some spreads and like use them together and see kind of what I think. That was really an interesting walkthrough. I'm kind of surprised at how different they both feel. Although I had an idea that they would be quite different to look at, but I didn't know they would be such a different feel. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Is there one that you prefer over the other? Are there ones that maybe I chose that you were like, no, where's your head? You know what I mean? Like, I would love to hear what you guys think about these two. And ultimately, if you had to pick one, which one would you choose? Let me know those down in the comments. And I will have these linked in whatever way, shape, or form that I can. I'm almost positive that you can still get the Metamorphoses du Jour. But I know Tarako Studios was like on and off. But I know that the Fantastic Menagerie is out of stock right now, but I know Baba Studio goes in waves. So I'm going to put all the links down below, as well as links to the Mystic Fam, which is our membership on the channel. We do all kinds of crazy fun things, and they really help support and keep this channel going. So thank you so much to the Mystic Fam. The links for that are down below, as well as my Instagram, Etsy, how to book a reading with me, 3 fat readers, all that good stuff. You can find that in the description below, and we will talk very soon. I'm sending you all my love. Mwah! Later, Gators.